Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're a subscriber by now. If not, please hit the bell icon right now. So this video is about MD versus DNB. A lot of people have a lot of doubts while choosing a DNB. A lot of people have a hard time convincing their parents that they don't want to do an MD, but they want to do an DNB. So I will lay it out in front of you. What are the pros? What are the cons? How do we compare these two degrees? And how you should take an informed decision as to what you want to do in the future. Number one is, do you choose a lower branch MD for a branch which you want to choose but you're not getting an MD? So if you want to do say pediatrics but you're not getting an MD pediatrics, instead you're getting a DNB pediatric and you're getting a say MD of some TB and chest. So what do? Do you choose MD TB and chest or do you do DNB peds? I would say go for DNB peds. Branch is any day way higher up in the hierarchy than the degree. If you get a branch of your choice, you should definitely take it. Does not matter DNB or MD, because end of the day, it is the branch that you're gonna do for the rest of your life. Degree is going to be there with you, but it does not matter. Believe me, it does not matter. In the long run, it does not matter which degree you have in comparison to MD or DNB. So what is the recognition? So for a DNB, you need to do an extra year of residency, senior residency, as compared to an MD if you want to apply for a government job. But if you're oriented towards a corporate setup or you want to do your own personal setup, then there's no need to, worry. You can easily do your private setup after a DNB. So it does not matter. How about the training environment? So you need to compare two places, whichever you are getting. In terms of which would be better in the training environment, you can get a list of what all colleges closed at which rank from the previous year's cutoff, and then you can visit those centers. Say you're getting a couple of centers in Rajasthan, couple of centers in Maharashtra. They are MD, these are DNBs. Go there, talk to the residents, see the work environment, see everything, check it out for yourself, make an informed decisions as to what you are going to keep above which center, because it matters a lot in the end. If you get it, you have to go there and you have no other choice. So make a very informed decision. What about the exam? So DNB theory exams occur at 2.5 years of your degree duration. That's the approx timeline. So if you clear those exams and if you clear the practicals, you're done with it. And the biggest plus point of DNB is that you do not get a bond. A little exam difficulty is there in DNB. The pass rate are 60 to 80% in most of the branches, but that compares well with the bond year that's compulsory in most of the government medical colleges. So by the end of DNB takes exam every 6 months. So even if you don't clear it in the first attempt, do not need to worry. You can eventually be at par with all the government college students who are doing it, because they eventually have to do a 1-year bond. And I hope and I wish that all of you would clear that in 3 attempts. So even if you do it in 3 attempts, you are at par with all of those people. Okay, no worries about that. Second, the academic exposure and the procedure exposure is way more in a certain branches as compared to MD in DNB. What branches are those? So for my branch as concerned, I would rate Ophthal DNBs way higher than Ophthal MDs. Most centers, I would say. I'm not talking about the super specialty centers that are there in Delhi, Bombay, all of those centers. I'm not comparing with those, but most mid-rank centers and most bottom centers, DNBs are better because they are mostly private institutes or corporate institutes. The machine orientation of the branch, the instrument orientation of the branch makes DNB way much better in Ophthal. Similarly, I would say for radiotherapy, for radiology, because these branches are machine oriented. Most government Ophthal units don't have multiple phaco machines, while private centers will have multiple phaco machines, right? Multiple OCTs, B scans, all of those things, right? Specular microscopy. These are the Ophthal setup. As compared to radio, most government hospitals won't have a 3 Tesla MRIs, but private institutes, DNB institutes would have it. So it is highly advisable to do a DNB in those degree. Actually compare those two, make an informed decision, but for similar ranks, DNBs would be better and you can make that kind of choice for DNB. The specialist would be better. There would be a lot of caseloads and there would be a lot of, teaching. In practical teaching, I would say in DNB institutes, but otherwise the academic teaching would always be better in government medical college, because there is always a structure of the academic pattern, while DNB institutes won't be able to offer as refined a structure as a government medical college for as far as academic teaching is concerned. They might have, they might not have, but a government medical college would definitely have an academic structure that is better for the student. But again, I would put a asterisk at this point ki DNB would still be better because academics and all of those things, there's a lot of online residency programs that you can do these days and you can gain all of those knowledge from there. But this knowledge, the practical knowledge, the machine exposure, the instrument exposure, the super specialty exposure, most opthal units in government medical college don't have the uvea unit, neuro-opthal unit, glaucoma unit, right? The DNBs do have that. So there's a lot of super specialty exposure. As far as jobs and career prospects are there to concern, jobs and careers require a senior residency of 2 to 3 years. In Delhi NCR, there's a requirement for 3 years senior residency for assistant professor job. 1 year extra of senior residency is required for DNBs, right? If your hospital is less than 300 bedded. So that is one clause that is to be added and kept in mind. Stipend workload is there to be noted at this point. The stipends of most government colleges would be better, but the recent rule says that the DNB, the notification that had come out a week ago from the time I'm shooting this video, and this video is going to go live a week ago. So with that, the new stipend rule states that the DNB stipend has to be at par with the state government institutes in that particular state. So be rest assured that your stipend would be there at par with government institutes, but most DNB institutes won't offer that because the stipends in Delhi, Rajasthan, UP, all of them are around 1 lakh in government medical colleges, but those are not there for the DNB institute. This has to be kept in mind, but the workload also is limited in DNB institute. A lot of file work, a lot of labor work is saved, and that is what is to be done in the government medical colleges. So this is a brief idea of the DNB versus MD comparison, but still I would want you to make a very informed decision by going at those particular 6-8 centers which you are getting, and then make an informed decision as to what you want to take. If you want any more guidance or anything, please put it down in the comment section and we will reach out to you shortly. Thank you.